Welcome back, friends, to Transaction Thursdays. I'm Christina, and today we're talking about something that has changed my entire way of doing business, and I know it can change yours too. It is called your command center. So if you have ever felt like your transactions they're scattered, they're across multiple emails, sticky notes, random spreadsheets, they might even be like on a whiteboard on your wall, who knows, and in your brain, this episode is going to be for you. The truth here is that you cannot manage what you cannot see. And if your workflow is invisible or it's fragmented, you're always going to feel behind. But today I want to walk you through exactly how to build a command center. This is going to be one centralized system that shows you where every transaction stands as soon as you look at the dashboard, what needs your attention, what has already been handled, what needs to be done today, tomorrow, and then in the future. So this is the foundation of everything I teach. And by the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly how to create yours. So let's go ahead and dive in. So let me ask you a question first. Right now, if I asked you to tell me the exact status of every transaction you're managing, I want to know if you could do it in under 60 seconds. If the answer is no, you need a command center. And here's what I mean. Most agents and TCs, they're managing their transactions across multiple platforms. Email for communication. They might have a CRM, maybe for lead tracking. They probably have some sort of Google Drive for their documents, maybe a spreadsheet for deadlines, or even sticky notes for reminders. I honestly used to have a whiteboard on the wall to track my transactions. Like, no lie, that is how we tracked our transactions, was writing them on a whiteboard on the wall. Okay. So been there, done that. And every time you need to check on a file, you're jumping between, 5 different places trying to piece together the full picture. And that, my friends, is exhausting. So this is why you always feel like you're playing catch up. Now, a command center solves all of this. It is one single hub where you can see everything. So you can see every transaction you're managing, what stage it's in, what tasks are due today, what's already been completed, what is past due. Again, what is due today, what is due maybe tomorrow or next week or 5 days from now, whatever. It is like having a dashboard for your entire business. And when you can see everything in one place, something magical happens and you start reacting. You don't start reacting, you stop reacting to the chaos, and you actually start running your business with clarity and control. So, what does a good command center actually look like? I want to give you the core pieces, okay, to what a good command center actually needs to look like. And piece number 1, there needs to be a transaction pipeline. So this is a visual board that shows every file you're managing, what stage it's in. Like, say for instance, you have maybe 5 files that are under contract. You have maybe 3 files that are in the inspection period, so they're pending inspection. Maybe you have 10 files that are clear to close. Maybe you have 1 new construction, and you have one that closed yesterday, so it's a post-close file. Okay, so you should be able to glance at this board and immediately know where every single thing stands. And then number 2, you want to have task list by transaction. So for each type of file you have, you need a checklist for everything that happens in that file from contract to close. So this is going to keep you from, missing steps or relying on memory. So let's say that you have a file, you are representing the buyer, and it is a new construction, because new construction is obviously a little bit different from residential or commercial. So let's say we have a buyer that is purchasing a new construction. You need a checklist for every single thing that you need to do for that transaction. So you need a checklist that is titled something like new build buyer. Okay. And every single thing that you need to do that you have to do from contract to close goes in that checklist. The next thing you need is automated reminders. Your system should remind your clients when key tasks are coming up. This can include inspection deadlines, earnest money deadlines, appraisal dates, closing, final walkthroughs, anything that are those key tasks, those key deadlines that are coming up. The next thing is document storage. Every contract, addendum, disclosure, email, it all needs to be stored in one place. It needs to be organized by transaction so that you never have to hunt for a file. Now, I want to stop right here for a second because I know that most brokerages have their own document storage system, and that is fine to have a document storage system outside of your command center. But if you wanted to include that in your command center, you need to make sure that it has a document storage system. The next thing is a communication log. So this is going to be, a simple way to track who you've talked to, when you've talked to them, what was discussed. This is going to be crucial for your, to cover yourself, okay? To dot your I's and cross your T's. Now, the tool that I use and recommend is TC Docs. It is built specifically for real estate transactions. It gives you that visual pipeline, that dashboard. It gives you task automation, document storage, and integration with your Gmail and Google Calendar. So everything syncs seamlessly. And the thing here is that the tools don't matter as much as the system. You could use Airtable, ClickUp, whatever, even a really organized Google Sheet. But what matters is that it's centralized, it's visual, and it's very simple, very user-friendly. So if you're constantly searching for information, you know that your system is not working. Now, let's talk setup. So here's how you build your command center in 3 steps. Number 1, you choose your tool. So you pick your platform and you commit to it. You do not try to pull 5 tools together, okay, and pull from here and pull from there and pull from here and pull from there, and then you try to combine all of these systems together. No. Simplicity wins here. You pick one platform and you commit to that one platform. Step number 2, you build your transaction template. So you create that checklist of every single task that happens in a transaction from contract to close. This becomes your repeatable process, okay? So this is going to include things like sending your introduction emails, scheduling inspections, making sure that your loan deadlines are met, making sure that your earnest money deadlines are met, any financing, like I said, loan approval or financing approval, but any other financing such as making sure the appraisal's been ordered, reviewing title commitment, coordinating final walkthroughs, confirming closing time and location. All of those things plus more need to be on this checklist. When you are sending out introduction emails on your checklist, you need to break them out. So you need to have an introduction to a buyer, an introduction to a lender, an introduction to a title company, an introduction to who did I miss? The listing agent or the opposing agent. Okay, so once you have this template, every new transaction starts with the same structure. This makes sure that nothing is going to fall through the cracks. And then step number 3, you migrate your current files. So you take every active transaction that you are managing right now and you plug it into your command center. And yes, it does take a little bit of time up front, but once it's done and you're using it, you will never want to go back to the old way of doing things. And the best part of this is once your command center is set up, your daily workflow becomes so insanely simple. So every morning you open your dashboard, your itinerary for the day, you see what's due today, you knock it out, you move on. There's no guessing, there's no panic, there's just it's clarity, no chaos. All right, so let's recap. A command center is a single centralized system. It shows you where every transaction stands and what needs your attention. It eliminates the chaos of juggling those multiple platforms, and it gives you back control. So again, to build yours, you choose one tool, create your transaction template, migrate your active files. 3 simple steps. And if you want me to walk you through how to do this step by step with free templates, automations, live support, that is exactly what I do inside of Transaction Freedom Accelerator. So in 30 days, you will have a fully functioning command center that runs your business for you. You will be able to handle more transactions in less time without dropping a single ball. So you can learn more. The link is in the show notes. Or if you'd rather have me build it for you, we do also offer a done for you system where we will go in and do everything for you and then train you how to use it and still give you 30 days of support as well. So that is all, friends. Thank you for being here. Next week, we are breaking down the freedom formula, and that is a 4-step framework for systemizing your entire business. Until then, I challenge you to go out and build your command center, take back control, and keep building your freedom.